our living legend, Dr. Swaminathan. This is my first public function outside Pondicherry. He showed us the way. We share a common award, the M.S.Swaminathan Award, and he got it long ago, and that became an aspiration for youth in India. Our very prestigious awardee, J Bergvinson. It's an honor to have given you an award. I feel awarded myself. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Anand, the Rotarian Mr. Anand, Rotarian Vishwanathan, Rotation Sudha, Rotarians and friends. You called me at a time when I'm grappling with the same problem in Puducherry. So it's so fresh in my mind as to what am I going to share with you. India is both a victim of floods and droughts at the same time. Every season we either are suffering from droughts and we're waiting for a monsoon. And when the monsoon comes, we wait for it to recede because we are in floods. I never knew that both were so preventable till I took over as Lieutenant Governor of Pondicherry. I never knew that. I could guess it, I could imagine it. But friends, in the last 9 weeks I've been in Puducherry, I've realized both are preventable. Floods are also preventable and droughts are also preventable. Provided 4 people work together, 4 groups work together. Politicians, the elected representatives, appointed public servants, academics, which are dealing with issues of water, agriculture or others, and the non-profit organizations. If these 4 year-round work together, both floods and droughts are preventable. I've seen this happen firsthand. And I feel privileged today that I'm in a position to drive the change. And I'm enjoying it thoroughly because I can drive the transformation. You got me at a time when if you ask me what do I know about Puducherry, as I tweeted, somebody asked me how many heritage sites have you seen? And I say, I've seen heritage drains and canals. Because canals and drains are also heritage of the French. 95 kilometers of a long French canal is a heritage. How Puducherry looks like. I decided to go in for a morning round. And it was a 6 a.m. morning. That was my habit even as secretary to the Lieutenant Governor, Mr. Tajinder Khanna in Delhi, where I used to take him as Lieutenant Governor saying, sir, let's go out and have a round of Delhi to see what's happening. And 6 a.m. is best because traffic is minimal. Otherwise, it's a long cavalcade when your Lieutenant Governor moves. It's a long cavalcade. And therefore, taking a lean time is the best time. So all of us officers used to go and have a look at what Delhi looks like. I did forget, when I used to be the driver, when I used to drive my Lieutenant Governor, who would be my driver? I decided to drive myself. And get onto the ground. And one MLA, who's the current speaker of Puducherry, approached me and said, ma'am, would you visit my constituency? I said, why? He says, it was flooded last year. And can we find a solution? So I said, sure, it's called the Rainbow Colony. So I went and all the PWD, the irrigation department, the police, we formed teams, told them to come at 6 a.m. and we went for a round. Set the agenda for me, friends, for the last 9 weeks. Last 9 weeks, I've been on 17 morning rounds, 6 a.m. I've not missed a single Saturday or Sunday. 6 a.m. driving down with people. And it's all 4 together. The MLAs, elected representatives, are part of my team, unless somebody chooses to opt out, their choice. But I am into these areas every Saturday, Sunday. The elected representatives, the RWAs, and our own public officials. And till yesterday morning, we were examining the entire drainage system of Puducherry. We went to the sources of the problem, and source of the problem is when the floods enter a particular major canal from Tamil Nadu, because the public officials do not want to admit where they went wrong. I said, you got to tell me where you went wrong. And everybody then said, ma'am, this is where a pump should have been, this is where the culvert should have become broader, this is where we should have diverted the line, this is where we should have done a parallel. All this, they said it all, we mapped it all, friends, but that's what I said. The message is, while we have what we have, we can't dislocate right now unless we relocate them. Say, recover according to the maps, where are our water bodies, no more allocate them for something called pattas. There's something called pattas, to give away pattas. This was happening these last 9 weeks, till I understood, what is this patta? Till I saw it on the ground, that these pattas are nothing but my water bodies, the land which is being allocated for these people to sell. So, today this morning, I issued an instruction, written instruction, that hereafter no pattas will be issued unless you certify that this land is not a water body. So friends, these are the challenge which we are going to face in Puducherry this monsoon is, we welcome a wonderful monsoon that begins in October. Does it this time flood or not? Because the massive drain desilting is going on at the moment, and we have 45 days to go. So we are saying 45 days, 44 days, 43 days, how much desilting, and we're photographing how much desilting is happening. For the first time, we will use machinery to desilt these canals. Earlier we were using human beings, most of the time standing in this dirt and shit with half legs into the dirty water. What has gone wrong is, first of all, we never controlled our population over all these years. And naturally, when we have more people, where do they go and stay? Second, we let the population grow without adequate commensurate infrastructure. So, we made them settle down, or they sat down and they squatted, and we legalized illegal colonies without giving them a quality of life. Third, we started to make them live on doles. Every time a dole, we giving them doles, everything free, not getting them used to no work, everything free. Obviously lack of city planning. There is no city planning. They just sit and then that's a part of the plan, the land use changes. Friends, we as Rotarians, we as educated, influential people, we are not speaking out. You are taking the easy way out. As simple as that. We are all playing safe. And therefore we continue to suffer, and we're leaving a lot of issues for our next generations. And you think, okay, in my family, it will migrate out, no problem. Are we not looking at what are we leaving for the next generation? So, and we have a very weak integrity, particularly in our municipal services. Municipal services, weak budgets, weak integrity. So whatever money comes is sent into these doles and these firefighters. So friends, I have heard Rotarians giving a clarion call to the Prime Minister says, we are now with you in a fight for open defecation free. It's time you do it. Now, what does it need? It needs certainly community toilets. Come up with Rotary community toilets. Let them be maintained. It's no less important than a school. Because many girls are not going to school because they don't have a toilet. So if you want the girls to go to a toilet, have functional toilets in the communities. And then they are paid for. Even if it is small, but they're maintained. Only then will they go. I think the real challenge for all environmental growth is going to be, and disease-free and healthy society is going to be cleaning up and going into an open defecation-free environment. And that's the time you Rotarians need to stand up for the Parliament, for the Prime Minister, say, sir, you're not alone. Every Rotarian is with you. Every Lion is with you. Every JC is with you. Every Rotractor is with you. Take up villages and work and invade it and adopt it. Come up with community toilets and maintain them, don't abandon them. Till the communities take ownership. The self-help groups take ownership. It's time for absolutely transformative, revolutionary work. It's now or never. The kind of leadership we have today, needs to be 100%. I'm not being political in this. I'm being totally nationalistic in this. Is to say it's our duty to stand by every Rotarian, and you need to tell them myself, every individual, every woman, every man, we need to go back and you are present in the entire country. Rotary is present in the entire country. I've been a Rotarian myself at a certain time before I found out time for it. You find the time, you're very fortunate and you're very determined. But the point, friends, is this is the call. If you love environment, then you have to keep the ground clean. Go into ground cleaning, and that will then, I think, would be the richest reward. Which is richest reward of being a Rotarian given to India. And it was not free. So we need to work it out, but I would urge you that if you truly are giving awards, then this is the way to put in our time, our energy, our synergy, and work together with the politician, with the public servant, as NGOs, and deliver. Thank you very much.